the good, the bad, and the ugly about raising a business. What? You don't raise a business, you grow a business. Well, actually, you do raise it. It's a lot like raising a kid, and there is the good, the bad, and the ugly that goes along with it. We're going to talk about that today. Hi there, I'm Angela Brown, and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question, and I get to help you find an answer. Now, today's show is brought to us by SavvyCleaner Training, which is a training company where we help savvy cleaners grow their businesses and scale their businesses. And sometimes we're working through the good, the bad, and the ugly. You can check it out at SavvyCleaner.com. All right, on to today's show. This is a really super sensitive subject. I really debated whether or not I should even record this show. As I've recorded this show over the last couple of years for you, I've tried to bring you just the good, only the good, because that's where I celebrate this show, is it's a happy part of my day. But there are ugly moments that you have to deal with in business. And this has been an ugly year for me personally. And it's interesting because I have systems in place, which is my only salvation. And I have to talk to you a little bit about the systems today because the systems have pulled me through. So about a year ago in October, I hit this weird menopausal phase of my life where all of my hormones went out of whack against my will. So if I had a choice and I said, I control this, suddenly I did not. And so everything that I know about myself, getting up in the morning, exercising, the things that spark joy in my day, no longer sparked joy. And I was like, whoa, what is going on? This is super weird. Why do I feel this way? Then there were also moments where things that normally would not bother me would agitate me to no end. Like I was super irritable about some of the weirdest things. I remember one night, and I work out of my house. I've got a studio in my house. I've got lots of people that come to my house every day. But I was at my house one night and I was working and my husband came home late and he saw that I was still working and he said, "Can I make you some soup?" And I said, "Yes, that's fine. Thank you." Then he said, "What kind of soup would you like?" And I said, "I don't care, whatever kind of soup you'd like to make." Then he says, No, really, what kind of soup would you like?" And I remember getting so angry. Like, I don't care. Why don't you just go find some soup? I don't care what you make, right? I didn't say those words. Those all happened inside my head. And I just had to freeze and say to myself, he sees that you're working late. He knows that you haven't eaten and he's trying to help you. If you get angry with him right now, he's not going to make you any soup on any other night. So don't ruin a good thing by being irritable. But I remember sitting there just being so irritated, like, why are you asking me about this soup, right? So something just so innocent that it was no fault of his own, but I had no business even having those thoughts, right? Then if you are menopausal and all of your hormones are out of whack, anything can happen at any moment. Now, my job is to show up every day and to motivate a team of people. And in this process of motivating a team of people, I have a YouTube show, right? So part of the YouTube show, people write into the show and they have questions and they have comments and some people love us and some people hate us. Well, that's okay. It comes with the territory, right? But one of the weirdest things about it is I got to show up every day and motivate my editors to keep editing videos when we have haters. And so I have to read the hating comments. I have to decide how I'm going to deal with those. And then I have to flip it so that when I go motivate my team, they're not insulted and they don't feel like their work is unappreciated. Otherwise, they're not going to come back to work tomorrow. And then we're not going to have a show, right? So it's been super hard to try to cushion them from the haters. And so I have a blacklist. And I hate to say this, but there's a blacklist of people that are really high maintenance. And don't ask me why the haters keep coming back. They keep watching the show and they keep responding and they keep participating even though they hate us. And I want to say you're free to move on. There are other YouTube channels. You don't have to hang out with ours. Go away, right? And I don't want to be mean to them because for some reason they keep coming back. But I have to cushion that so that my editors aren't offended. So there are little things like that that I've been fighting on a day-to-day basis. Now with the hormone thing, what is with the hormone thing? If you've ever gone through either a gawky teenager phase where your voice changes at a certain point, or whether you have a growth spurt or whatever it is, and you're not like your friends, you feel weird and stupid anyway. I've been this height and this weight since I was about 11 years old. And here I am, this huge person compared to all my friends, until my friends got their growth spurts and they caught up with me, right? But here I was feeling really awkward and gawky and, out of my skin. Now, as an adult, I'm feeling the same way. Everything is out of whack. It's the only thing that's changed. And so I had to say to myself, calm down. That's the only thing that's changed. Your workout routine is the same. Your sleeping is the same. Your work schedule is the same. And so everything is the same. You're loved, you're well cared for, you're taken care of, like everything's okay, except your hormones are out of whack. So isolate it to the hormone thing and don't let it ruin your day or your life. But this last year has been like the most craziest year of my life. Like at any moment, I could just start crying for no reason. And I'm usually pretty even keel when it comes to like mood swings and stuff, right? There are things that I've always respected, like my physical health. And then suddenly I woke up one day and I didn't care. Like if I get out of bed, I don't care. If I go work out, I don't care. Like I just don't care. And it's really weird because I don't have the luxury of not being able to care. One of the weirdest things, and I talk about systems, one of the weirdest things is that I have a YouTube channel. And so every single day, no matter what, I'm going to get in front of a camera and I'm going to produce a show. In addition to that, I have people coming to my house every day that are going to help my team grow and they build my company, right? So if it wasn't for people coming to my house, I may never have gotten out of bed this last year. But I had to get up every day because I'm going to do a show and because I have people coming. I have to get up and take a shower every single day. I have to work out every single day before everybody gets here. I clean the house every single day because I'm afraid that people are going to take pictures of like my kitchen and go, look, there are crumbs in her house or something like that. So I got to make sure the bathrooms are wiped down and the kitchen is wiped down and the floors are vacuumed and everything is picked up before everybody arrives for the day, right? So I have not had the luxury of feeling miserable and sorry for myself and sleeping in and all those things. Well, the reality is those systems have pulled me through because there are days when I didn't feel like doing any of it, including getting up and making a video. And there are times I just slugged through it like, you know what, that's what we do. And so you make yourself do it. Now, the reason I'm telling you this is not so you'll feel sorry for me, because if you're female, you're going to go through menopause one day too. And I just want you to remember that you will survive. As I look around at the world around me, there are lots of women that have survived menopause. I'm going to make it, right? But it has been the toughest year of my life. And while it's been the toughest year, I keep saying to myself, the systems will save you. The systems will save you. You're going to get up every day. You're going to take a shower. You're still going to do your laundry every day. You're going to wipe down, not every day, but I do the laundry once a week. I'm going to wipe down the kitchen and the bathroom and all that stuff every day. All that stuff is going to happen because that's part of the system. Because it's part of the system, it's gotten done and everything has flowed seamlessly, except for the weird hormonal rage thing that's been going on in the background of my life. Now, the cool part is this. The business has exploded. I mean, it has exploded. We have done so much, so fast, in such a very short period of time, that along with that comes a lot of customer complaints and customer growth. And there's an opportunity to renovate your business in a way that's meaningful by taking what you learn and implementing it. So every time we get a customer complaint, instead of getting upset and angry, I say to myself, this is a learning opportunity. Let's make the most of this. And on the inside of my head, I'm like, why are we going through this right now? And I just want to shout at somebody, right? That's how I feel on the inside. And I have to just keep biting my tongue and saying, it's okay. You're going to survive. You're going to make it through this. Okay, so the reason I bring this up, at any different phase of your business, it's a lot like raising a child. There are moments that are just spectacular and you go, yes, that's why we're here. And then there are moments that you're like, oh my goodness, I can't believe this is happening right now. And you have to just keep plugging away. When you have a kid, you don't get to just toss them out like we toss out our social media friends when we get bored or tired of them and we block and delete them and make them go away. You can't do that with your kids. You can't do that with your business, right? So you have to plow through. The easiest way to plow through, and the only salvation for me this last year, has been the systems will save you. You got to have the systems in place. You got to have documentation for everything. When you hire people, you have to be able to train them. And if they don't work out, you have to be able to train new people with the systems that you've documented. And then you have to follow the systems every single day. Now, we call it the boring routine. It's boring because we're not reinventing the wheel every day. It's a boring system because it's routine. It's happenstance. You wake up, it just happens because that's the system. Everybody knows their part. Everybody does what they're supposed to do. And as a result of it, everything falls in place, everything moves forward. So the systems will save you. The next thing that I have to mention is there will be the good, the bad, and the ugly in your business. It's going to happen in every business. Who knows if it's going to be related to a death in the family or if it's going to be related to something that you have no control over, like your hormones, for example, right? You have no idea. There are things in your business that will just grab you to the core, and you have to stop and say, listen, this is an isolated situation. All the systems will keep running in the background. The systems will save us. And you have to trust in the systems that you've created. The scary part is businesses that have no systems. If you have no systems, there's nothing to save you. Because if something weird happens and you are upheaved from your regular routine, you may never get back to it. So if you wake up and you say, I know what the routine is, I know what I'm wearing for the day, and thank goodness I got a uniform that I wear every day. I wear my hair the same way every day. If I didn't, this last year would have been the ugliest year of my life, right? I don't know what I would have worn except pajamas, and my hair would have just been like, ugh! So the reason I bring this up, it is time. If your business is flowing seamlessly, right now is the time to create your systems. I don't know what that looks like for you, but the systems will save you if you have them in place. If you don't have them in place, there's nothing to save you. So there will be the good, the bad, and the ugly. I sure don't wish this last year, whatever this was I'm going through, I don't wish it on anyone. It's been miserable. And if you think it's miserable having one menopausal woman in your business, try having 3 or 4. I tell you what, there are days that we all just look at each other and it's like, and then we all go our separate directions so that we don't hurt anyone and that all of our relationships are still intact. In our company, we allow for 3 bad days a month. But what do you do when suddenly there are 30 bad days a month? I know! It's almost impossible to run a company, right? So this is why we're having this conversation today. There are some very real moments in business. Business is tough all by itself when everything is going well. And when it's not going well, it's even that much tougher. So the reality is there is good, bad, and ugly in your business, and you will experience it at some point. And so my suggestion to you is even today, if today's a good day, start with your systems and get them in place, because the systems, my friend, will save you. Alrighty, that's it for today. If you found this helpful, please pass it on to a friend. If we've earned your subscription, please subscribe. Until we meet again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.